They still out here hating. Why them boys dissing? Know we black pirate, real in the building. Know we got our own shit, boy, we independent.
Yo, right now I just kind of want to talk about leveraging, you know what I'm saying, with this credit. You always want to be thinking, how could I use my credit to create income, to generate some kind of stream of income, right? So that's kind of, when I teach my students, my followers and things like that, how do you leverage your personal credit to generate or to create income? All right. So one way of leveraging your credit is selling trade lines. Okay. What you can do if you have repairs and restored your credit, now you went out and got funded on the personal side, got several credit cards, personal, right? And you building a little age up on them, and you got some pretty decent limits. So what you can start doing is selling trade lines, meaning authorized users on your card. So you can start charging people to hop on your card, kind of piggyback on your credit. The history, right, is going to report to their credit. Now, a downside to that is if you, the card holder, runs up the balance on the card, right, then it's going to negatively affect the authorized user, the person who purchased your trade line, as well as yourself. So if you're going to do this, it'd be a courtesy to kind of keep the balance low if you're trying to boost someone else's credit for 30, 60 to 90 days. If they're trying to get a house, get a car, or whatever, and they just need that, you need that boost. All right, then you could go and purchase a trade line for somebody else who has a strong credit profile, a high limit card, or a card with a high limit and a lot of age on it. All right, so people may need trade lines for a mortgage, for to get funded, to get automobiles, you know what I'm saying, to get cars. So it's different reasons why people need trade lines or need to be an authorized user. So that's a good way to leverage your personal credit to create income. All right, so that's just a lot of people have made a lot of money doing that, and that's by just keeping good credit. All right, and not really using it, that just leveraging your credit to sell the trade lines. All right, so another way to leverage your credit to create income, of course, is real estate. You always want to keep a strong credit profile, right? So you can use that to leverage to start purchasing real estate as a business, as an investor. All right, so then you would, of course, create a U.S. LLC, a C Corp, some kind of entity, all right, corporate entity, and then you would turn around, leverage your personal credit to get that entity funded, and then you would use the credit, convert it into cash, and use it as down payments for your properties. And then now when you rent them out, whether they're long-term tenants or short-term Airbnb, then you're going to be using the income from that to pay down the business credit cards, pay those back. And now that's leveraging your credit for real estate. All right. Third method is to leverage your personal credit to buy cars, automobiles, like your dream car that you always want to ride in. So we're talking about Lamborghinis, we're talking about McLarens, we're talking about Rolls Royces, we're talking about Maybachs, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about Range Rovers, all right? All the vehicles that, that you always want to drive, you can literally leverage your credit to get these vehicles, rent them out to where they pay for themselves, okay? And then in return, you now have a vehicle that's paying for itself, and you're able to ride around in it on times that you want to enjoy the vehicle for free. So again, that's leveraging your credit to get a dream car and having that dream car pay for itself. All right. And a fourth method of leveraging your personal credit to create income is transportation. All right. Goods and services always have to go from one point to another. No matter, this stuff is recession proof. So it doesn't matter what economic climate that we in, recession, boom, boom, boom. We hear people always talking about recession. goods and services have to move from one point to another worldwide, not just in America. So you gotta have trucking, you gotta have box trucks, you gotta have, tractor trailers, 53-foot dry vans, you sprinters, regular vans. Goods and services have to move across this country. Interstate commerce don't stop just because you're in a recession. It may slow down. You may have dips and highs and lows, but it's not gonna stop. All right. So this is always going to be a sector in the an industry that will always make money. So you can leverage your credit to, just I was talking about the vehicles, you can leverage your credit to get the truck, the van. All right. To also leverage your credit to get all the licenses and all the setup that's needed, the equipment. All right. Leverage your credit to hire employees, to do all your marketing and advertising, okay? Get your entity set up, and then once that truck is on the road, the money's gonna be flowing in. All right. So now you just jumped into the transportation industry by leveraging your credit, your personal credit. So it's multiple ways to leverage your personal credit to create income. That's just a few. FICO Guy.
They still out here hating, why them boys dissing? Know we black pirate, real in the building. Know we got our own shit, boy, we in the